everybody, welcome. I am here and I just want to do a bit more faceting on this other pot here I've got on the wheel, which you can't see, but there it is. It's just a cylindrical bottle, and I wanted to do some more faceting with this guy. So, but as you can see, I didn't finish it very well here when I threw it on the bottom, you see. So I need to actually, I'm going to trim that off, I think. Just show you what I've done, because it's good for you all to see, and good for me to see, so I don't repeat it. You see what I did there? I thought that I'd put my stick in at an angle right the way down to the wheel head, but in fact I didn't get it right down to the wheel head properly, and so I've got that ugly bit of clay there, which I've got to do something with. So how are we going to deal with that? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to trim it with one of these trim tools, and I'm just going to simply put him upside down and hope for the best. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just going to tap center him like that, you see. Now, you might think that this is a bit precarious, and you'll be right to think so, because it is. Do not do this. I don't want to have any letters from everybody saying, Simon, I tried what you did and my pot just ended up on the floor in a terrible mess. Okay, so do not do this. This is only for crazy people. Anyway, yeah, so I've tap centered it. I'm going to put my finger right in the middle there, and I'm going to brace my hand across, you see, like this, and I'm going to remove that bit of clay. Alright, so okay, this is for people who have a certain amount of confidence, okay, with their tap centering ability and with their trimming ability. You can do crazy things then, but really not for people who are starting. Let me just show you that how we've improved that. You see, we've cleaned that properly away to the bottom there. So good. Right, so now having done that, I'm going to take my banding wheel and my potato peeler. Now this one is a different customer, you see. The one I did before, this one, which you saw me do in the last video, it's got a wide base, hasn't it? A wide base, and I was starting here and going down and out to the base, or to the rim. Well, now this one, he's not going to be so easy to do. That's the thing, you see. Every pot presents its own particular set of problems and challenges, doesn't it? Now, something to bear in mind when you're doing a pot like this, you threw the pot and you let it dry. Now, always a pot will dry first at the top before the bottom. So it's very important in the process of drying that the pot is inverted so that the base dries out, so we get a relative equality between the base here and the top here, or the top here and the base here, however you want to look at it. Now, I'm thinking I want to get this a bit higher for me, a little bit, to start anyway. Bum, bum, bum. Now it always pays to think a little bit before you strike, doesn't it? Because once you start hacking away and doing it, you know, well, it's already maybe too late. So now I'm thinking now, I don't know in fact that what I'm doing is the best idea using that. I'm thinking what I should do is I'm getting an idea here, so be careful. You ever get ideas? Weavers, great shop. Now then, let's see, let's take this. This is just a bag which has got other plastic bags inside of it, you see. We in the picture? Yeah, we are. Okay, so what we're going to do is, well, at least I think what we're going to do is, I'm going to put that there like that, and then, I've got a towel here, you see, an old towel. And I'm going to take the pot and I'm going to lay it there like that. How's that? You see? Now that is a better working position than having it upright. Now what I want to do is, again, I'm going to start up here at the shoulder, taking this potato peeler, and I'm going to pull it all the way down to the end here. Now last time you saw me do it with two hands. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that with this. I'm going to have to do this with one hand. So anything could happen, because one hand is not so controlled as two. So here goes. That was a different experience doing that cut than the cuts we did on the bowl, for sure. Another thing I'm noticing is that this pot is a little softer than the bowl, so again a different sensation. Now you saw then what I did. You know what, it's very difficult to go back over a cut. Once you've done it one time, you try and go back over it or touch it up. It's very difficult. But you saw what I did was, as I started, I then came in with this hand here. Let's do another. Keep it going, don't hesitate. Oh. Let's come in for a little detail, because, let's see, how about that, and then a bit more like that. Okay, so I'm going to turn it a bit more. I've never done a pot like this in my life. Have I faceted it like this on this little bed soft bags and things. Keep it going. Don't stop. Okay. Hey, not an easy customer, this one. Not an easy customer. Come on. You see, if you hesitate, you get like an interruption in the flow, which you don't want. A bit more speed, perhaps. Yes, that's better with a bit more speed. I think I was going a bit too slow. So I don't mind a little bit of deviation. Kind of gives it a bit of character, doesn't it? Ugh. Somebody said I read in a book by Yanagi, the unknown craftsman. I read there the words, "There is beauty in irregularity," and that's true, isn't it? There is beauty in irregularity. Sometimes wonder why we're always trying to get everything absolutely dead straight and absolutely perfectly. Because actually, if you look in nature, if you look outside, it's full of irregularity. Everything is irregular, isn't it? Pretty much. How's that looking? I'll tell you what, let's move the camera around this side now a bit, so you see it from this angle. Look at that pot. He's just looks so comfortable there, doesn't he? It's actually good, you see, because this is nice and soft, yet it dips, it holds the pot, you see, without damaging it. So that's really good. Well, looks like we got 3 more flutes, or facets, I should say. That last bit is awkward. That last bit is awkward. There we are. There's the last one, which is going to tie them all together. Well, there it is. Now, when you look at facets like this, you look at them individually and you think, oh, that's a good one, that's a good one, oh, that's not such a good one, oh, that's a terrible one. Don't look at them like that. Just look at them all together as one. Look at the pot as one pot. Don't look at it as all, you know, because there will be some facets that are different than others. But don't worry about them, because, you know, they might just catch the glaze in a different way, and they all add to the character of the pot, which is a handmade pot, made by a living hand, not made by a machine. And we do our best effort, but sometimes things don't quite go maybe just as we want, but we don't need to be discouraged. So there it is. I'll put him there. Now maybe I should put him, maybe I should put him there like that. And yeah. Now this pot does have quite a heavy angle on the base here, but it actually needs that, you see, because you want that then, because that there, that face, that cut of the tool around there is going to relate to this, you see. Okay folks, well, I don't know, there's a few thoughts for you, and maybe a new method of doing things, I don't know. Anyway, please visit my website, and yeah, as I said in the last clip, we've got some trim tools up there, and there's some new pots going up on the website, about 27 or 30 pots, and we're going to be putting more pots. And these pots actually are going to be at reduced prices because I want to make room for some new pots, and I've got a lot of old pots hanging around. So what we're doing is we're going to drop the prices down, maybe 20%, and try and sell them off. So if you want to, go there and have a look, and you might find a pot you like. You might find a tool you like. Hey, keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.